Hey everyone, this week I'm going to be out scouting some locations in the Peak District at Padley Gorge. So it's going to be a short one today. I've realised I've not got enough time to film an entire video this week. So what I'm doing today, I'm coming out scouting a location. I'm at Padley Gorge. Been here plenty of times before in my videos if you're a regular viewer. But what I want to do next week is get some long exposure waterfall photography with a special filter. And this is the ideal location for that. So yeah, today I'm just going to find a really good spot so that next week when I come back I can set up really quickly and get that shot. What I'll do today is just talk about the composition a little bit, my camera settings, and hopefully get a good image that I can throw up at the end. So let's find a good spot. Okay, so this wouldn't be my usual spot to be honest. I'm normally a bit further on along the river, and there's quite a nice spot there with some fairly large waterfalls which I photographed before. I'll put a shot up now so you can see that. But I want quite a quiet spot where there's not a lot of people. I think there will be a lot of people there today. So this is really good, it's quite secluded. I'm a little bit away from the bridge that's just up there. And hopefully I can get a nice shot here without being interrupted. We've got some nice foreground interest with this big boulder. There's lots of other boulders with the water cascading over those. It has been raining a lot recently, so that's good. We've got a good flow of water. And in the distance we've got the bridge crossing over the river. So I might include that bridge. I'm quite low at the minute, but I can just see the top of the bridge. And really I'm going to use this big boulder in the foreground and use the waterfall as a leading line up towards that bridge in the background. Right, so if you can see on the back of the camera here, I've got this big boulder as the main foreground interest. It's got a little clump of grass just here. I think that's quite nice. And that gives a leading line just up into the image. We follow the waterfall as well, and that leads us up to the top here where we've got the bridge. I'm making sure that I'm not cutting this rock off. I want that rock there with a little bit of space to the side of it because we've also got a nice little bit of waterfall there. Got a little waterfall just down here as well, and I could go a little bit higher with the camera and I might see more of these waterfalls here, but I do like being low. I think it's a more dynamic look looking up with that big boulder in the foreground, so I don't want to go too high, but I might experiment just going a little bit higher. And that's really my composition there. I also don't want to go too high because if I just angle that up, you can see up there I've got lots of bright white sky between the trees, and I don't really want any of that. I want it to look quite thick and lush with lots of trees and foliage in the distance. So I'm just going to cut the top off there, and really the most important stuff of my composition is down here anyway. So I am at f9 ISO 64 in aperture priority mode, and that's giving me a shutter speed of about 1/3 of a second at the moment. I'm using matrix metering and I'm focusing just on the little clump of grass that I was talking about earlier. And that's not too bad. So I've also got a polarizer on the front of here. That's just going to take a little bit of the glare away from the water. Although I don't want to fully take the glare away, I want to leave a little bit. And that'll mean that it'll show some of the movement there. If you don't have any of the glare, you don't see as much movement in the water. So I've just left a little bit on. I haven't fully rotated the polarizer. And also with the polarizer, that's slowing my shutter speed down just a little bit more, just to give me that little bit more movement in the water. Okay, so that's me done for this week. Like I said, nice and short. But do join me next week when I'll be back here doing some long exposure waterfall photography with that special filter I talked about. Massive thanks for watching. If you are new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, just click down there on the big red button or over here on this picture of me, and that way you'll stay up to date with everything I'm doing each and every week. There's a new video every Sunday morning at 10 AM UK time. So join me next week in Padley Gorge again. And until then, thanks a lot everyone, and bye for now.